Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Brian and I'm here actually just getting ready to go run some errands this afternoon. And I really sat back and I was like, hey man, I gotta tell some folks a story. It was about a time when literally got saved by like an Uber driver here. And it was just such an interesting day and really just saved me, my sanity. And I kind of wanted to tell you guys all about it because at the end of the day, you know, I'm sure a lot of you drivers out there just think, hey, you know, this is my job. This is what I'm doing. But, you know, sometimes that person sitting in in that back seat, you know, you think they're just another passenger, but you really are making their day and you're helping them out huge. And so I just kind of wanted to be the one to tell you one of those stories, right? So contacted the Rideshare Hub and they're like, hey, let us know what the story is. And, you know, we want to hear it. So let me introduce myself. My name is Brian. I have a channel called The Real Bearded Businessman, and it's to document my, basically my journey to finding my own financial independence. And my goal is, hey, I got a full-time job and I'm tired of paying bills and not having the money work for me. So let me find a way for, my money to start making me, to have my money start making me more money. And so I know a lot of you drivers and stuff out there, this is either your full-time or this is your part-time side hustle gig. But regardless, you probably want your money making you more money while you're sitting there in that cell phone lot at the airport waiting on a driver, or just, you know, just chilling with the app open, waiting for somebody to basically give you a ring, right? So that's, if any of that sounds interesting to you, go on ahead, check my channel out, and I'd love to have you stop by and yeah, check out some of the videos if you're good with it. So let me get into the story. So essentially, for anybody that doesn't know me, I'm only a part-time YouTuber. You know, it's definitely not something I can do full-time or afford to do full-time. I still have a full-time job, and because of that job, I have to travel a ton. And so that's always an interesting experience. I go to a lot of different cities and a lot of different areas, and I never really know 100%, like, you know, what's going to be happening. Sorry, I keep moving the camera there, but I really never 100% know what's happening or what's going on and how these things are, right? So there's always a little bit of mystery and intrigue, right? But when, work travel gets real fun is, literally in the winter, because now you have the weather to contend with. And I had one of those experiences, right? So I'm supposed to be going into Vegas and, not to party, not to have fun, like you guys probably think, but I had to go out to Vegas to drive to somewhere where I had to go meet a customer. So I leave, super early, on a, Monday morning, and I'm going to get out there, and I'm up at like 2:30 in the morning. I drive, I wake up the entire house, and like nobody's happy with me. I leave, and there I am, and I go and get to the airport. And of course I have to connect through Chicago. Now, if nobody's ever flown into Chicago in the winter, it sucks because it snows all the time. So I do that, and I get out there, get out to the airport doing great. And all of a sudden I start getting, you know, here comes the cancellations and the delays, right? So they keep delaying me. Finally, I get out, up on that plane, we take off and we land in Chicago, right? So now I didn't know what this is going on, but so there was all sorts of snow and stuff, and that's why they kept delaying us. So I knew there was some snow. I just didn't realize how bad it was. And I also didn't realize it was getting even worse. So we do all that, and they finally let us up, and we're getting ready to land. And it is just, oh my God, it was the craziest experience, right? We go land, and you could hear the ice and the snow crunching underneath the tires. It was just, it was like this really weird, it like made the hair on your neck stand up. It was crazy. And so did that. We end up landing right next to this plane that actually slid off the runway, and the emergency trucks and stuff are out there. No joke, not making it up. Look it up. Plane slid off the runway that day, and it was crazy. So you land, you're already getting you're already freaking out because of all the noise, and it feels like everything's sliding. And pilots were awesome that day. I mean, I really wish I could have just like given those guys like $100, being like, yo, thank you for that. You guys absolutely earned your paycheck today. But it was awesome, right? So I get that done, and I'm like, great, I'm going to go get my bags, or get back off the plane, go grab my stuff, go grab some dinner. Because now, instead of being in Vegas by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't even land in Chicago till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm stressed, I'm hungry, I'm pissed, I'm trying to figure this stuff all out. And, oops, sorry, I keep moving the whole camera there, guys. And so I'm freaking out, and I'm so pissed. And so I end up that they just keep delaying me till finally I just lose it. And I'm like, you know what? I screw the trip. I'm done. I call everybody. I'm like, I'm not coming. I'm not showing up. You guys are on your own. And I go get my bag, and I'm like, I'm just finding a hotel, spending the night, and that's that. But the problem is I'm in the middle of Chicago, and I have no money on me. I can't necessarily charge that. So I'm like, what do I do? So I'm trying to figure it out. Got to throw it on my own dime. And I'm like, I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't want to be renting a car and all this other stuff. So so by the time I get this all done, I'm sitting in ticketing lines and all this other stuff, not eating. I'm pissed. I'm furious. And, So I start looking around, right? So I get all the way down to baggage claim. I grab my bag because I already, already told the ticket people that I'm done. I'm out. You got to get my bag. Now it's like 9 o'clock at night. Furious. I don't ever remember my blood pressure being that freaking high, right? So I get up there, and I'm like, all right, let me go down. Let me go get a taxi. Cause at least I know they're going to know exactly where to take me. And let me do that. I get down there, and there's like 300 people waiting for taxis. The snow is just coming down like crazy. And I mean, it was just insane. And I was like, well, so now I'm going to sit here for another 2.5, 3 hours and wait for this taxi to drive me somewhere. It's gonna be 2 o'clock in the morning before I get home. And I got to be honest, I pop open the app, and I honestly don't remember whether it was an Uber driver or a Lyft driver. I apologize, but I pop open one of the apps, and literally as I hit it, they're like right in the, they just got back and dropped somebody off like at the terminal I'm at, literally at the terminal I'm at. And they're still getting out of the car. And I don't know, how it happened, because apparently this stuff happens relatively quick, but everybody else is waiting for taxis. And this guy gets my drive, spins around, and comes and picks me up. And I remember jumping in that back seat, and he looks at me, he goes, like from around here? And I'm like, no, I'm clearly not from around here. I'm wearing a t-shirt, and it's, 20 degrees and snowing, So it was fun. We joked around and stuff, but, I gotta be honest, man, that dude saved me that day, and just saved my sanity, and just literally rescued my day. And, so I kind of wanted to tell you guys that story because, to me, I'm all about mindset, and I'm all about understanding that sometimes what you do and your interactions and your actions can really pay off dividends for somebody else. And that day, that guy, his action of maybe I'm not going to go home, I'm going to take this one last ride. Maybe he was going to go home. I don't know. But he took that last ride, picked me up, and that was it. That made my day. And I just remember sitting back there like, this guy totally made my day, saved me. And I was so thankful for what he did. And the fact that he didn't leave me hanging when, like I said, if he wanted to go home, it was a crappy day, snow everywhere. Nobody even really wanted to be driving, but he stuck it out and helped me out. And it's just, I will always be appreciative of what he did. And when we got to that hotel, he's dealing with me on the phone, talking to hotels and stuff, trying to find one that's open because they're all packed. Because it wasn't just me that got stuck. Everybody's stranded in Chicago. And he was dealing with me with that, and I was just so appreciative. I shook his hand. I'm like, dude, I appreciate everything you did here. Totally helped me out. Thank you so much. And I had a 20 in my pocket, and it was just like, dude, this is yours. Nobody knows that you got this. The app doesn't know nothing, man. Here's all $20. I go, dude, go buy yourself something with it. Go do whatever you want. Like, this is legit. And so that was my story. I hope you guys somewhere got some inspiration from it. And so to anybody out there that's out there driving, like I said, just remember, to you it might be a job or a side hustle or just a way to, to pay a bill this month. But to the person sitting in the back seat over there, that could be the difference of them making it home or making it somewhere that they need to be and getting to a place where, you're going to make their day, because now all of a sudden they're there, they're ready to go. And I tell you, you never know sometimes how your actions can really, really pay off for somebody else. So that's my story, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope the Rideshare Hub enjoyed it. And so let's see if this thing ever gets popped up there. And you know what? Like I said, I'd love to see you guys come on by the channel. Check me out for some tips and tricks. And I'm going to give you what I've learned along the way of my journey. So enjoy, guys. I'm Brian, real bearded businessman. Check it out. And happy driving and safe driving out there, guys.